We're going to take a look at Palantir here on the weekly chart. You can see we ended the day down around 2%. Pretty large drawdown on the day in here, and overall for the week down around $10 from where we started. And that's coming off a huge green week in which we had a low to high in here of around $30. Where does that kind of put us here on this weekly chart? Well, everybody is still forward looking in here long term to that big $200 psych level. That is the level. That's the target. That's what everybody wants, right? So we are up here close to it. So what do we have to do to get above that, right? Well, we have to work our way up to the 190s first. That's the highs that we had in here on the week. That is going to be a major resistance for us. If we can breach that, then we should be to the 200s in no time. Up until then, you're probably looking around 180 and then 183 for resistances before we get to those 190s. Support wise, what are we looking at? Well, the 170 is going to be key for us in here. If we can hold that, then we should be good to go to kind of bounce off that 180 and 183 mark again. If not, the 170s do breach. Then we're going to be looking down here right around this 9-day EMA, which is trading right around that 156 area. And then anything below that, we're going to be looking at the 146s. Now, overall on Friday, the daily call volume, the daily open interest for the calls, everything pulled back, showing bearish signals in here. You have the overall net flow just stayed bearish on the day. So we're going to see how that affects anything, see if traders start to change their mind on Monday for that, because everybody was just loading up on the put side in here. Everything was bearish premium wise. So we're going to see how that is going to affect us on Monday. How much of a pullback is going to be healthy? That's going to be the question, right? So our RSI has been up here in the 70s for quite some time. Do we need to pull back and bounce off the 170s, or would it be better to hit the 160, that 156 level first, and then kind of start working our way up again? That is going to be the question as we're working our way throughout this week. But again, 170, 180, 183, that is kind of the areas that we're looking at in here. And then longer term is going to be the 190 and that 156 areas that we are going to be looking out for. You have right around a $7 expected move in here by this Friday. So that puts a lot of our levels we just mentioned here on the table. The following Friday, right around $12. You go all the way out to September, right around a $20 expected move. So we'll see how we work throughout this week in Palantir. But again, 170 is going to be the area that we do for sure need to hold. All right, guys, if you like this video, make sure to check us out on all of our social media. We also have a Discord service if you are interested, and you can find all of our socials in the description below.